Hi, I'm back for week 5. I had to skip week 4 due to some very annoying issues with my mic. But yeah, week 5, go right into it. Thursday was the worst game I've ever seen. Colts and Broncos, both teams were abysmal offensively, and I cannot fathom the fact that the Broncos are this terrible consistently. In London, we had Giants and Packers, and that game went down to the last play. It was good. It was a good game from everybody involved. Went down to the last play, like I said, and Rodgers' pass got batted down, and Giants go to 4-1. They are. I'm starting to run out of ways to say that they're excuses of admitting that they're just a good team this year. Again, this is the first team they've beaten that's actually good. So do it again, and I'll admit it. But the Packers are one of the most hot and cold teams this year, and I don't see this team going very deep into the year. The more this season has gone on, the more I actually believe that the Vikings will win this division easily. Patriots and Lions was next, and I had high hopes for the Lions in the first couple weeks of the year, and these last 2 weeks have kind of dashed that, because Jesus, dude, getting shut out 29-0 to the Patriots when the Patriots are on their third-string quarterback is a little bit of a yikes to me. Yeah, I get the Pats defense played really, really well, but still you need to put up more than 0 points when you are the better team, in my opinion. Next was Chargers and Browns. Another game that went down to the wire. This was a good week for the most part. The Chargers are finding a rhythm now, even though they're still a little banged up. But questionable decisions down the stretch by Chargers head coach, and Cade York shanking that field goal at the end is what won them the game. But it's cool to see the Chargers find a rhythm. Browns don't look bad with Jacoby Brissett. It's going to be scary to see them with Watson, even though he's kind of an asshole for what he did. The next game that I forgot was happening is Texans and Jaguars. Texans get their first one of the year, and Dameon Pierce looks like he's here. He's gotten better and better with each week, and if he keeps doing that, he'll be top 5 running back by the end of the year. This dude is the best player on the Texans by leagues, miles, years, whatever metric you want to use. With the Jaguars, I've kind of had hope that they were getting better and better. When they lost a close one to Philly, I wasn't mad. I was still, a little bit optimistic. Now with them putting up 6 points, losing to the Texans, it's a little hard to defend them. Texans neither team looked good, but Dameon Pierce looked good enough to win. Next was Falcons and Bucks. Something ain't right with the Buccaneers. Something just isn't right. I don't know what it is. I don't know if Brady's head's not there. I don't know if it's because I don't know. They beat the Falcons, but here's the thing. If this Bucks team was as good as they have been, this game would not have been close. But it was a 1-possession game that they let the Falcons get back in it. And the Falcons don't look bad. They don't look like the worst team in football, but they just don't have a lot of talent. And I'm not expecting much of this team. I do think they'll be much better once they get a better quarterback and a couple more pieces on that offense. But yeah, Falcons have looked pretty decent to this point, and the Bucks they've looked fine, but there's something not right. Jets and Dolphins is the next one I'm talking about, and the Jets continue to impress me. They really do. With every game that they win, I get more and more optimistic of this team and Zach Wilson. Before to his injury, the Dolphins looked like a top 3 team in the NFL, and since then they've come down a notch. Tua is the guy there. With the Jets putting up 40 is a rarity in my opinion. Like, that's shocking. Breece Hall looked great. Zach Wilson's looked good. Sauce Gardner got his first interception. Shout out him. Next is the Bears and Vikings, and the Vikings have looked like one of the better teams in football, and I like the Vikings this year. I really, really do. Kirk Cousins during the daytime is great. Dalvin Cook had a great game. Justin Jefferson figured it all out. The Vikings are a real good team, and now we're back to another day where I have to kind of say Justin Fields had 208 passing yards. That's almost like 15 times what he usually throws for. David Montgomery's a beast, but yeah, Justin Fields finally threw the ball, and they almost won because of it. But almost doesn't get you shit in this league. Titans and Commanders. Titans look like they're certain. They had a slow start, but now they're getting going. Just like the Bengals, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But the Titans have looked, they're getting going, and it's nice, It's just interesting to see that, the Titans had a real slow start. Now they're actually starting to win games. The Commanders, though, opposite. I liked the way they looked the first couple weeks, and now progressively they've disappointed me more and more, especially Carson Wentz. The last play where it was an interception at the goal line, Carson Wentz hasn't played great. This team has not looked good at all, and I love Ron Rivera, but I think it's time for his reign in Washington to come to an end, because it's just embarrassing at this point. He had such a good career in Carolina, and now seeing him do this kind of stuff in Washington is just embarrassing. They need to move on from him, and it needs to happen now. Next is the Bills and the Steelers, and wow, the Steelers got annihilated. The Steelers got brutalized. The defense looked like trash. Kenny Pickett played fine. He's the only one that played decently. And, I mean, the Steelers looked bad from head to toe, other than maybe Pickett, who didn't look good. He just looked the best out of this whole team. The Bills, though, could have made this a lot uglier, but they took their foot off the gas in the second half because they were already up like 30 points. Yikes. If the Bills keep playing like that, yeah, they're just going to walk into the Super Bowl and win it. Next, we have Seattle and New Orleans. I hate Taysom Hill so goddamn much. He irritates me to no goddamn end. But he had a good game, and I kind of have to admit it, as much as it pains me. It's actually hurting my body to say this right now. But Seattle, they fought till the end, but they could not stop Taysom Hill and the fucking Saints. And then there was Philly and Arizona. I didn't get to watch all this. Philly wins again. And the Cardinals don't look bad. The Cardinals look like an average to a little bit above average team. Kyler looks fine for right now. And the Cardinals look, like I said, average to above average. The Eagles still the only undefeated team left, and boy, good golly, Jalen Hurts is so good. I love him. I love Jalen so much at this point. Next was Rams and Cowboys, and the Rams are concerning me. Not gonna front. Rams are concerning me with putting up only 10 points against the Cowboys. Is not the best. Putting up 10 points against the Cowboys is not best. I get the Cowboys have played really good defensively. Boy howdy, 10 points from the defending Super Bowl champs is concerning. And Cooper Rush is still a franchise quarterback. He's still better than Dak. Also, Pollard still better than Zeke. One of the last games is Panthers and Jimmy, and the Panthers versus the Niners. Thank you, San Francisco 49ers. Thank you so much. Jimmy G played well. Everyone was having a nice day. It was a good day defensively and everything from the Niners. It was a complete performance, and they did something that I've wanted to happen for 3 years now. They got Matt Rule fired. They beat the shit out of them so bad. Matt the Rat is gone. Yeah, Baker got injured, played like ass, whatever. Christian McCaffrey had a good game, whatever. None of that matters. Matt Rule is gone, and that's all I give a shit about. Steve Wilkes will coach out the rest of the year, and then we'll see next season who will be the next, who will take the reins of Carolina. Hopefully, it can't get much worse than Matt Rule, right? Can't. Physically cannot. They could bring in a squirrel, and it would be a better option than Matt Rule. The Sunday night game was Bengals and Ravens, though, and the Bengals looked good. The Bengals, Joe Burrow and them, they looked like they're starting to really get going, and it just took a last second field goal from Justin Tucker to put the dagger in, and the Ravens win. But since he looks good, and like I said, Lamar carrying this team on his back and dragging them to the playoffs and the division title. Last game was Kansas City and Las Vegas. I didn't get to watch all of this. I got bits and pieces of it. The Raiders didn't look bad. They played well until the end. Josh Jacobs had another explosive game. Derek Carr's looked fine. Adams had a great game. Adams committed battery and is now being investigated because he pushed a cameraman. Patrick Mahomes did everything he could to win this game, and Kelsey had all 4 touchdowns. It's just wild. It's so wild. The Chiefs look like one of the best teams in football, and I do think that the Raiders are better than their record. It's just unfortunate they keep losing these games. They could put some wins together and maybe make a run at a playoff spot. I doubt they'll get in, but make a run. That's about it. That's about it for Week 5. Here are the power rankings for Week 5. Bills on top, but I should be back next week. I'm gonna start working on a little extra something. Yeah, I'll see y'all next week. Bye.